You are now listening to Cyber Timebite, hosted by me, Stephen Clark. Hope you enjoy the podcast. Hey there, everybody. It's your boy Steve, and I got more explaining to do because the original episode 116. If you would have heard the original recording, you would just have probably lost your hearing if you had your volume up way too high and you weren't expecting it. You'd probably be like not liking it or whatever. But I am back here with Kmm.cosplay for better audio recording.
Yep. Hopefully it's good this time, audio wise.
Oh, we sound fine. We did a test before. This is just to make sure that we don't have those issues again.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it holds up and something doesn't corrupt and we have to do this again.
Yeah, but I had fun the first time, needless of the audio issues. But
yeah.
But it's nice to actually hear from you again. How you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. Just working. I was on quarantine for. I think the last time I talked to you was I was in my 2-month quarantine.
Yeah, I'm still in quarantine, so
you are.
Nothing has happened on my half.
I remember in the episode that I remember in the original recording, you said something about cons coming back in November, and I was gonna hold you against it.
Yeah, I made a prediction that everything was gonna go back to normal, maybe die down, in November, and life would continue as it did in 2019. So just restating that. So he's I'll predict the future. If not, oh well.
Well, since this is the better audio recording, I'm going to cut that out. And we're going to save it. And when November rolls around, I'm going to play that back to you and be like, I wonder if you were right or not.
Yeah.
Did I ever ask you what your actual name was? If I did, I'm sorry if I forgot.
I think you did. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
No, because you said that your nickname is Harv.
Yeah, the name I go by my nickname is Harv. My real name is Kendall.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really go by it. I don't really care if people know it, but I don't really go by it. But yeah, that's my real name. And it's the same name that I share with my best friend, and we were both like, "That's dumb. Let's change our name."
because it's because I don't care when people call me by my real name because I say it all the time in every episode. So if people don't know my name by this point, then
people don't know your name by this point. It's like this is not meant to be insulting anyway, but you have a very common, simple name.
Yeah, I know.
It's not meant to be insulting. It's just a name I've heard a lot. So it's a very easy to remember name.
Yeah, because I mean, Steven's such a common name because there's even Stevens Point, the town in Wisconsin, Steven Universe.
Yep.
It's a very common name.
Yeah, I used to have a friend named Steven, so it's very common.
But then there's also the alternate, variations of how people say it and whatever,
Yeah, how people spell it and say it. It's like the Caitlyn thing where it's people spell it Kitiegh, whatever.
Hard to get used to versions of a name.
Yeah, they're just I want my child to be unique, so I'm gonna give them a basic name and a weird spelling.
So I want to ask, whatchamacallit, if it's okay if you want to talk, if it's okay to talk about it on here, what do you do to make money to go to conventions and do stuff? Just asking.
Yeah, no. You can ask. This is a fine question. Now this is both like the way I make money is both an adult way to make money and a normal way to make money is I do a lot of art commissions. So people pay me to make them art, um, and draw their characters, draw their favorite like characters from whatever media, draw whatever they want. And I also do lewd cosplays, and I sell sets of me in said lewd cosplays, and I have an OnlyFans and things like that, and I make a lot of money off that.
What makes you turn into what makes you turn it? Oh, no, I'm sorry, I stopped right there because it's raining like heck by my house. But anyway, what makes you turn like what makes you want to do that stuff? Is it like, oh, I need to make money and this is something I like? So
it's I guess it's like growing up being very comfortable or confident with your body and realizing that like it's a very easy option to make money because it sells really well despite your popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I first got started, and I made my first set, it was only like $20 and it was only like 10 photos. I sold quite a few of them, and it's like it is very good money. And I did start because I did need the money, and I can't work a job, because I'm like disabled. But so the main motivator was money, but it is also something I'm just generally comfortable with, and not a lot of people are comfortable with it. I know someone who's like, I need money, but I'm not comfortable with showing or selling my body like that. And it's like, that's fine. Each to their own, of course. But I'm like, it makes money. I'm cool with it. I'm gonna do it. And then I do it.
That's cool. I mean, like you do you're just doing what you need to do to get on by, and you're just doing it the way that you're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's also a good confidence booster too. Like, when I get done with a photo shoot, which I do photo shoots alone because I don't have a photographer for that, so I just like put my phone up on a prop and hit timer. And I look back at the photos and I have to do some editing, and then like I have to upload them. It's very confident boosting when I see myself and I can be like, wow, I look really pretty. Like I look really good. Like my makeup is popping. Like I'm very confident in my body, and it's just like I look really good.
Do you if you lived up my way, or if you came up my way, I would like people say my photography is good. So if you need any help with your more cleaner photography, I can help you out with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean. I do have a few friends in like the states that I go to that tend to take photos of me. Just like friends that are just like, I have a good quality camera. You want some photos? And these are all just like photos that are taken at cons, so they're all completely like safe for work photos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do absolutely love like legitimate like photo shoots, like one-on-one with like professional photos and things like that. I've kind of only had one professional photo shoot in which like I was actually like a photographer I didn't know, and I was paying him to take pretty photos of me. And I was cosplaying Medusa from Soul Eater, and he helped me out with posing. I told him the ideas that I had, and he worked with me. And he did some editing on the photo because, like, do you know this character, Medusa from Soul Eater?
Me? I can't say I do.
All right, cool. She has a lot of arrows associated with her design.
Mm-hmm.
So the photographer added arrows like to like the background of the photos and things like that. and it just looked super cool. Like the post did so well. He was such a nice photographer, and he was very respectful, and he didn't like forcefully like move me around. He didn't put his hands on me at all. And he was very nice. He didn't make any nasty comments. He was just a very good photographer, and I was very glad he was like the first photographer I've ever paid for photos. And the photos were, again, stunning.
That's really awesome. Actually, really.
Yeah.
So, now speaking of photos and cosplay, speaking of those two things, I remember. I'm trying to talking about new things. I'm also trying to recap what we talked about before, so people get that information too, so we're not like missing them out on anything that we talked about.
Yeah.
But speaking of the cosplay and the photos, just to round up what we were talking about last time, how you go to Disney sometimes because because you have someone because you have a family member who works there and you can go there all the time.
Yeah.
Did you? How was your cosplay trip? The Apple that we were talking about.
Oh, that's right. I did never update you on that, did I? I'm sorry. So I didn't do a cosplay trip specifically. I didn't dress up and go, but I went to Disney Springs, which is just an open shopping mall for Disney, and they had this shop called the Candy Cauldron, and they sell candy apples, cotton candy, like candy popcorn, slushies, etc., etc., etc. When I went there, they did not have any candy apples. They were not selling any.
Oh.
And I ended up not being able to find anywhere that sold candy apples. So I looked online to get a candy apple. And I tried to order from this one place, but then they canceled my order for some reason. It was like, okay, now I'm drawing close to my deadline. So I ended up making a candy apple prop.
And how that turned out?
Actually really good. It is a foam apple from like Michael's, a red popsicle stick, and then red resin poured over it.
Even though you made this fake one, do you still want a real one?
I actually did end up getting a real one, and the real one that I got looked faker than the fake one, but it was good. I mean, like, I ate the whole thing. Like, it was delicious.
But hey, at least you got the real thing. You got to eat the real thing, at least.
Yeah, good. So, like, I'm not complaining.
And how about the Hot Topic? Is there actually a Hot Topic in downtown Disney?
Oh shoot, I didn't check. I don't think there is.
Do you know what? I should. If you're okay with me doing this on air, I'm actually generally curious if this actually is this. Oh, Hot Topic, Disney. Or I should probably put downtown Disney.
Yeah.
No, I'm quite curious if this actually is this. Hot Topic store in Orlando, Florida, because that's where Disney is, right? In Orlando.
Yeah. The closest Hot Topic to me is in the Florida Mall, and it's actually pretty far from Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, that's the one that popped up when I went to, type that up. Yeah, Florida Mall in Orlando. Yeah.
The only other Hot Topic near me is across town, which is so upsetting.
Do you go to, I'm guessing Hot Topic's your jam?
Not really. Like, if I had to choose between them, I'm more of a Spencer's person.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have that kind of like aesthetic, I guess, wardrobe wise. I don't like band or movie or TV t-shirts and things like that.
Yeah.
And then like the other products that they sell, it's just not really like my thing. Like,
but what's your style like everyday walking around life, if I may ask?
my ideal style when I actually like get the money to like update my wardrobe to how I want it, would just be like a gothic kind of punk style. Um, like all blacks and whites, maybe some red sprinkled in there a little bit. And then I like the side of my head is shaved. Like I got hair going over one way and it's pretty long, it goes past my shoulder, and then the side of my head shaved, and like I have a bunch of piercings in my face. So it's like a goth punk aesthetic.
Yeah, you want to have that. You want to live that. I don't, emo and goth I know are two different things, but you want to live that emo phase.
Yeah, essentially, just like that alternative life.
The whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? Yeah, does Spencer's sell more of the stuff, I'm guessing, that you like to buy, I'm guessing, over Hot Topic, I'm guessing, because they have.
Yeah, Spencer's, not really clothing wise, but also yes, clothing wise. Like their clothing I would definitely buy over Hot Topics because they have just kind of like funny shirts, and they have like more adult oriented shirts and shirts that have like curse words on it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that I like a little more. And they're more of an adult shop, both in just like adult products and NSFW products.
I get you.
The back of their store obviously is a bunch of sex toys and like lingerie and things like that.
Of course.
And then they have like they have some like they have like shot glasses and flasks and this really cool like punk goth jewelry that I like. And they just have like that adult stuff that I'm interested in, that I do.
When you really think about it, Hot Topic, is for the general public, and Spencer's is like the Adult Swim.
Essentially, yes. Hot Topic is like the edgy like teen store, and Spencer's is like the edgy adult store.
So edgy that if you walk to the back of our store, you can get real edgy. Wink. God. Oh God. It's true, though.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, besides Spencer's, where else do you like shopping?
I'm not actually in-person kind of shopping girl, but when I do, it's normally, if I'm out shopping at a store, it is a makeup store. It is a beauty store of some sort. I'm either getting hair dye or makeup accessories or whatever. So when I do, normally like I'll go to drugstores for like makeup brushes.
Mm-hmm.
And then for actual makeup, I tend to go to places like Ulta or Sephora or like beauty stores that have kind of like more known makeup, because I don't just get like, I want to say like I don't just get that like cheap stuff, but I trust what I know.
So pretty much, if it isn't like Spencer's, it's Amazon.
It's like it's either Amazon or AliExpress or just some like independent shops on Instagram. It really, really varies with me.
No, that's cool. Honestly.
Yeah.
So like how's the quarantine been for you then? Like the quarantine in general.
It's been kind of boring. Obviously, like I'm shut in the house all the time. Like I can't really do the usual things that I could do before quarantine. Not like I never like to leave the house too much as is, but still I would still leave the house. It's just harder now. There's less to do, and it's just I have more things to worry about, and like nothing is just the same. So it's been very like boring. It's been very stressful and bad on like the mental health for like not only me, like a lot of people have been suffering pretty badly because of quarantine, but it's not been the best. Like 2020 has not been a good year.
2020 is going to be a year no one's going to want to remember.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, like, this is like, do you know how when you look in like the history books, there's like the World War and like and blah and this and this and that. 2020 is just going to be a section in the history books. Just 2020.
Yeah. And it's what happened in 2020. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that year.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's people even memeing it now, like Back to the Future memes and all that, saying like don't go to 2020. It's not a good year or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, is Disney reopening now? Because I heard that they're reopening slowly out of this quarantine.
Yes, they are. They are reopening slowly. Their plan is, I think, by the end of this month to be reopened, not at maximum capacity, but they are opening again. And then that's all I really know. I don't know if they're going to be extending their capacity, if they're going to be opening the passes, like the free passes that members have. I don't know, like what their goal is with Disney. I just know that yeah, they are reopening by the end of them.
All right, where's the first? No, speaking of them reopening, when the world finally reopens and you're able to go places, where's the first place you want to go after quarantine's blown over?
Well, probably, hopefully, if quarantine is over and the virus is manageable enough, I want to go to Anime Week in Atlanta in October, at the end of October. Because I haven't been to a convention since the beginning of March, the first week of March. And kind of blows. I kind of miss it a lot.
Like, yeah, I mean, like I miss convention like too because literally like a weekend, like this past weekend that just flew by, like that was supposed to be the weekend of Anime Midwest, but Anime Midwest got canceled, so.
Yeah, and it sucks because there's so many cons that I wanted to go to this year, and like my roommate was like, "This is the year that I'm gonna go to so many cons," and it's just like they all got canceled, and there's no end in sight. There's no guarantee that AWA, Anime Week in Atlanta, is even happening, and like even my convention in December. Like, there's no guarantee that's happening either. Like, no one knows, like, where this virus is going to go. And, like, some people are like, there's going to be a second round. And some people are like, it'll die down eventually. But it's like, U.S. is absolutely, like, a festering breeding ground for COVID because people don't know how to behave or follow rules, and not to get political, but the president's an idiot. So our cases are awful. There were 55,000 new cases yesterday, where in Germany they had 259, I think, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Sweden had like 57. And Norway had like 10.
10?
Yeah. And like, I get it. We're a large country, but it still shouldn't be that bad.
Well, it's also because there's people that are wearing the mask, but there's the people that like, oh, why you're standing on our freedoms when you're making us wear a mask, and it's just like, seriously, like, it's not about you, it's about everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah.
But everything's like slow, like because that's the thing. That's the thing, man. Is that it's that everything is slowly building itself back to reopening. But do you think that it's too much too soon?
I definitely think everything opening is too soon, and that we need to be on lockdown again. Stores, non-mandatory stores, shut down, curfew again. Everyone needs to stay the hell in their house. And just like we need to close the country again. I don't care about economics. I don't care about the the inevitable economic crash that this is going to cause. People are dying. COVID has lasting like symptoms. Like we have so many cases going on that who cares about money that we can get back? We've survived a depression before. We can do it again. It's just ignorant, and people aren't just they just aren't paying attention.
Yeah, because I mean the positive about people staying in is that a they can watch and do like with technology these days, there's streaming services and deep. I mean, not just stream services like gaming and DVDs. There's plenty of stuff people can do in their own houses.
Exactly. Like there are things that you can be entertained. Like, no, Karen, your haircut is not that important.
Yeah, I mean, like for 2 months, my hair, when I was in the house for 2 months, I think my hair was getting so long. Eventually, I cut it, but it was getting way too long. But it wasn't like this is such a big deal. I hate.
Yeah, it's like a haircut is not necessary, like at all.
But the positive is that people who can work from their house can still get their work done if it's allowed.
Exactly. Exactly. And like I understand that people will be losing a lot of jobs. That's where the government is supposed to step in and be like, this is a pandemic, this is a crisis, and people are losing their jobs. We need to help out the people. And they have the money. They've proven that they have the money to help out the people. They're not because they're all greedy, corrupt.
Do you do you think that no, not do you think is your commission work you just drawing and all that stuff keep you, let's say, keep you sane during the quarantine, because the quarantine can make people crazy sometimes?
I wouldn't say sane, but it does keep me occupied so I don't get bored. And like being bored doesn't make me crazy. It's just an awful feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So the commission work has definitely let me draw and be creative and experiment with my art and improve and things like that. So it's definitely been good. Nothing negative came out of these commissions, like even remotely.
Mm-hmm. Because can you imagine after the quarantine's over how like, I mean, here's a positive out of this whole thing. Can you imagine how good artists before they were in quarantine are going to be after the quarantine, when they've been stuck in their home all day and they were just forced to work on their art and get better?
Yeah, like I imagine a lot of artists are benefiting progression wise from this. And then some artists just can't draw because of it. Unfortunately, my friend is just like, I can't even force myself to draw, and it sucks because it's like there's nothing to do. And you can't even force yourself to draw? Ugh.
Well, yeah. I guess you're right. There's two sides to the coin to it. But for the people who are doing it, just imagine.
Oh, yeah. Like, I already believe that my art has improved so much since quarantine started.
What's your sorry we've been talking about the quarantine for half of this time.
Fine. It's a very big prevalent thing in everyone's life right now, so.
But speaking of your art, what is your favorite art piece that you've done recently?
Oh, probably this big piece I did for my D&D campaign of me and my friends' characters. It's 4 characters. It's full body, fully colored, fully shaded, a beautiful background, some lighting effects and things like that. And it's just a piece I'm really proud of. It's like really special to me because my D&D campaign is really special to me. And my roommate, who is a part of my D&D campaign, got them professionally like printed out, and I have it hanging on my wall.
Wow, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, it's I'm so proud of the piece. I just like made it out of nowhere when I was playing, and like it didn't surprisingly take me that long to finish, but like when I did finish, I was just like so proud of it.
Do you I'm guessing you handed it out to everyone else in the group, right?
Yes, they live in Georgia, so I haven't gotten to giving it to them yet because I don't trust the mail to ruin, or I don't trust the mail to not ruin it. So when I get to see them eventually, because I do go to Georgia a lot, that's when I'm going to be giving it to them.
But what state would you want to go to that you haven't been to yet? Like if you were to travel to like a different state.
To a state I want to go to, but I haven't been to yet.
Uh huh.
Hmm, probably. Ooh. Um, Probably Connecticut. I want to go see my partner, and then for reasons that's not related to someone I want to see, New York.
So you want to go to that Big Apple? You want to go to the biggest city?
Oh yeah, there's just like so much to do, and I've had family members go to New York many times throughout my childhood. I never got to go because it was the one reason or another. But I just know about so much stuff that you can do in New York that I just want to try.
Would you would you ever want to come to the second city just to see how it's like?
The second city?
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois, the second city.
Oh. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a traveling person. I don't know much about Chicago. I just know it's populated, whatever. But I don't know much about it because I don't have a lot of friends that talk about it. My family never went to Chicago, or they did, and I just don't remember. So I don't have like a lot of like stuff to go off of, I guess.
No, it's fine. Like like obviously since I live in Illinois and I don't live like right next to the city, but I live in the suburb of the city. But I've been to the city plenty of times. If you ever want to know anything about it, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, I might actually hit you up on that if I ever plan on wanting to go to Chicago.
Yeah, we during Christmas especially we got a lot going on down in the city during Christmas.
Oh yeah, you got like lights and a lot of stuff up.
Yeah, we have the giant tree put up. We have a whole little market in the main square of the city. We have we got all of our traditional places like all of our favorite food places, like our pizza, which is the best pizza you'll ever eat.
Ah yeah, Chicago style pizza. Scrumptious.
It's better than that New York pizza.
I mean, you're probably right. I don't think I've ever had authentic New York or Chicago style pizza, so I genuinely don't have opinion because I don't have experience, but you're probably right.
Yeah, do you know what? Here's the thing. If you ever come to Chicago and I'm ever in the area, I'll freaking take you to just some. Well, I don't know if I can take you to every single pizza place, but I'll take you to what I consider the best deep dish place we have here in Chicago, the Blue Mountain Ice Pizza. Get you a slice of that. Try to get you a slice of the New York. Put that together, and you'll be like, which one is better?
Yeah, that would be cool. I can have an opinion on Chicago versus New York pizza.
Yeah, because I think Sbarro's, that mall pizza, I think that's supposed to be New York pizza, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, like we have places here where I live in Orlando, that are like, oh, we're Chicago style pizza, we're New York style pizza, and it's like, do I believe you?
Nah.
Yeah, like, but my roommate just texted me and said she wants pizza now. I can hear her, but do I believe you? Maybe if you can prove that you're from Chicago or you're from New York, maybe then I'll believe you.
Yeah, because no, because when you if you want a deep dish, you need to get the deep dish. You need to get the real deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you got to go to the source or it's just not worth it.
Um. So like, and then, oh god, real. I guess I'll just give you quick food tips about our city. Is that of course we're known for the pizza, but then besides the pizza, we have this. I think there's one location in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, but we have this place called Portillo's, and
Mm, that
it,
name sounds familiar.
and that's like everything else but the pizza. That's like all the rest of the good Chicago food, like the beef and the hot dogs and the as you wills, all that stuff. That's there,
Yeah,
and they're really good. If you never had them, you would love it.
I I don't know. I don't think I've had it before, but I will check it out because I like that type of stuff. I like that type of food.
But it I know you promised only 40 minutes, but I guess these can be like the last few questions. Is that like if you were to get a hot dog, what do you like on your hot dog? Not ketchup, but because that's the Chicago thing. No ketchup on your hot dog.
Um, I am a very basic person. I cannot handle a lot of food because my stomach literally gets teared up so easily.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I do eat hot dogs, it is literally just ketchup.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would just be a naked dog.
Not mustard. Not a mustard person.
No, I can handle spice. I can eat it just fine. It just I don't enjoy the flavor of spice, and sometimes it tears up my stomach.
Uh huh.
So I anything that's spicy, I tend to avoid for the sake of my own uh, stomach pains later on, or just because I just don't like the flavor. I prefer plain. I'm more of a sweet, savory kind of person.
Yeah, because when here up in Illinois, up in the Chicago area, the when it comes to a hot dog, it's like mustard, relish, pickle, and if you want tomato, and that's like our thing. That's the Chicago thing,
Yeah.
and it's good. It's good. It's not my favorite, which is a chili dog with chili and cheese on it, but that's just me. Um,
Yeah, no, I get that. But yeah, I'm a plain person. I only like cheese pizza and like shit like that. So
hey man, it's fine. You do you. You love what you love. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, we're at the 38-minute mark. That's what my program's saying. And gosh, thanks for coming back and redoing this podcast with me. I feel like it was a lot of fun, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah, no. I like last time. It's a very easy, it's very it's fun. It's just like I get to talk about myself, like who doesn't like that, et cetera, et cetera.
And I want to thank you for just being so open and honest about what you do and what you love. Because you couldn't because like you could have just easily could have found ways to go around it, but you just went out and said it, and I appreciate a lot. I appreciate
Yeah,
that a lot about you.
I'm not really a closed off person, so I don't really care what people know about me. It's like it's something that I do in my life. It's something that I'm proud of. I have no reason to like hide it or anything. So it's like, yeah, I'm a sex worker. Cool. Yeah, I cosplay. Yeah, it's fun. Like I like plain pizza. Shoot me, sue me, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Well, is there anything that you would like to ask me before we gotta wrap it up here?
Uh, Dang, I had a question at one point, and I forgot it. Oh, I remember, I remember. When you started this podcast, what were you hoping to achieve?
What was I hoping to achieve when I first started this?
Yeah.
Well, well, it all goes back to back in the day when I first started it, and it was because I was on Adventure Time Guys, which was my first podcast endeavor, which led me into doing this because what I wanted to achieve doing this is that, like, you know, I want people like you, or people who are just like sitting around their house, you know, just wanting to listen to, like, to learn something new about cosplay. I mean, yes, I have a lot of cosplayers and a lot of things about the con scene on my podcast, and that's like the majority that takes up half of my episodes. But I also have other things too, like wrestling, which is another thing I like, and other stuff too, like I guess movies or whatever. But if people can listen to this podcast and learn a thing or two, like, just that would just be, fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And I just want people just to sit. If people want to just sit there and listen to my podcast, that means a lot to me, and hopefully they like it enough that they would want to buy the T-shirt or the mug or the sticker or whatever.
Yeah.
I just want people to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy and listen and just
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I understand that completely.
So yeah, that's mainly my driving point, really. To answer your question. But yeah. Oh, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I thought the computer froze for a minute. Oops. But yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 116 of Cyber Timebite. You can find me on Facebook at Cyber Timebite. Follow me on Twitter at NostalgiaVamp. Buy my merchandise at redbubble.com under Crash Steven Gear. And how about you? Where can people find you?
Instagram, KMM Draw. $1,300. I don't really have anything else, so.
No, you gotta repeat that because the thing was being all choppy. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Repeat it all.
Yeah. Repeat like your socials.
All right. You can find me at Kmm.cosplay on Instagram, and KMM Draws also on Instagram, all my art stuff. You can also find me KMM Draws on Twitter and KMM1300 for 18 plus on Twitter. If you want to check that out, maybe support me, commission me, buy a set or something like that, that'd be cool. That's all I got.
Yeah, so follow her on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, follow all of our social medias. And thank you everyone for listening. And I hope all of you have a fantastic day. Have a good one.